Hi all, you are on the Software Developer blog channel. In this video, we will talk about what to choose to learn, PHP or Python. We will conduct a comparative analysis of these two programming languages, which are the undisputed leaders in back-end development. However, the choice is not limited to these programming languages, as a back-end developer needs to understand several technologies. Programming languages include not only PHP and Python, but also Java, C#, Rust, Go, Ruby, and Node.js. Yes, it is also possible to create a server-side using these technologies. For convenience, I have divided this comparative analysis into several parts, and below you can see the time codes. I will also ask you to write in the comments what other programming languages should be compared with each other. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. So, first we will start with the years of the appearance of these programming languages. PHP appeared in 1994 and Python appeared in 1991. Therefore, here we can give them pluses for the fact that they are not new to the market. They have a huge developer community, which is really a plus, because this way you can find answers to any of your questions while learning. Now let's move on to the next section, the scope of these programming languages, because you need to understand exactly what they need to be used for. Let me talk about PHP, and its main area of application is writing scripts for the server side of the site. It is used in web development. Considering that PHP is used strictly in web development, because of this, a lot of systems have appeared that allow you to quickly create blogs or online stores. Such systems are called CMS, and there are several prominent representatives. The first is WordPress. It is used to create blogs and small online stores. The next one is Drupal and OpenCart, and they were all created in order to make full-fledged online stores. What you should also know about these CMS is that most of the sites on the internet are written on them, and this means that support specifically for PHP will remain with us for a long time. Also, in addition to such systems, in other words, CMS, there are also frameworks. Frameworks are a set of ready-made functions that allow you to quickly create what you want. But in any case, such frameworks are built on the basis of PHP, and one of the brightest representatives is Laravel. Now let's move on to Python, and there are actually many more applications. It is used in working with big data, in machine learning, in the development of websites and mobile games. It is also suitable for creating desktop and mobile applications. The Django framework is suitable for developing cross-platform applications. This means that using Python, you can write an application that will open on different operating systems, including the browser. Also on sites using Python, you can make a smart recommendation system, and several sites work on this principle, and one of the clearest examples is YouTube and Netflix. And Python is also still used on Instagram and Facebook, which already indicates that large companies are interested in this technology. In fact, popularity is a fine line that should not be relied upon when choosing and learning programming, but at the same time, I cannot ignore this point either. The Python developer community is huge. And this means that if you have any difficulties, problems, then you can always find a chat, forum, or a specific specialist who understands this technology and, accordingly, he will be able to prompt or help you. But there is one more point that I would like to voice in this video. This is that Python came out on top among other programming languages, according to the TIOB Resource Index. But it should be understood that the ranking is based on the number of qualified engineers worldwide, and it also analyzes the number of courses and third-party developers. It takes popular search engines as a basis, such as Google, YouTube, and so on. But you should understand that this rating is not trying to show you which programming language is worse or better, it just analyzes the data. Now let's talk about how hard these programming languages are to learn, and the good news is that Python and PHP are pretty easy to learn. But in fact, this plus can also be a minus, as it increases the entry of beginners, which means that you can find a lot of low-quality code, in other words, shit code. From all this, the conclusion follows that it is possible to learn these programming languages on your own, but in order not to fall into this trap and not accidentally start writing low-quality code, it is better to study on a ready-made program and do it together with specialists who understand these programming languages. Now let's take a look at the next point regarding PHP and Python, and it will be about what CMS and frameworks exist based on these two programming languages. PHP has a huge list of CMS and frameworks. But let me point out that the most popular CMS are WordPress, Drupal, and OpenCart. If we are talking about frameworks, then this is the Laravel framework. If we talk about Python, then CMS is not so much, because in this regard, PHP clearly takes a leading position. And in fact, I don't often hear people use pre-built CMS to build something with Python. But at the same time there are frameworks in Python. And now let's look at the most interesting thing: how many vacancies are there in PHP or Python? Let's start with freelancing, and PHP is definitely polarized in freelancing. Upwork, almost anyone can now learn WordPress and sign up on freelancing. Designing a theme, connecting a module, transferring templates, writing a plugin, all this will not be very difficult and does not require a dozen years of experience. Python is also not far behind in this direction, and we can say that plus, PHP and Python are equally popular in freelancing. But now let's draw some conclusions about what to choose, Python or PHP for learning. PHP and Python are popular programming languages, and professionals who speak them are in demand and highly paid. And there are no prerequisites for the fact that in the near future they will lose their relevance. Therefore, the choice must be made primarily based on what you would like to do and create. But I can also reassure you in advance that if at some point you realize that you didn't make the right choice, then in any case you can easily relearn and master a new programming language. And it will be even easier than starting from scratch. That's all for me. Be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until we meet again, everyone.